Well, it was country weekend down at the ball yard as Matt Melzak joins us now. No cowboy hat, but the Mud Hens, they kicked up their heels and had quite a good week against the Columbus Clippers.
Boy, they sure did. It was like watching an old country shootout, except that the Mud Hens had the better six shooters. I mean, they just did. And they were hitting homers, they were driving in runs, and they were striking out Columbus hitters like there was no tomorrow. So they did what they needed to do again to win 4 out of 6, and now have won 9 out of their last 12.
You can talk about the game on Saturday, all the home runs, but what stood out to me was the fact that after giving up a lead, they came back, tied the game, and then went on to win the game. That's the type of resiliency we saw from them earlier in the season where we didn't really see a whole lot during the middle of the year.
Yeah, you know, and that comes and goes with your roster so much. When you look at Toledo's roster right now, you could make a case it's as good as it was earlier in the year, maybe even better, right? There's some aspects of it that they couldn't do earlier in this year when your only real running threat was Parker Meadows at the beginning of the year. Now you have Winsell Perez. You've got, Leonard out there. I mean, you got some guys that can really run now too. So you've added in that part of the game to go along with the power production that this team could bring. I mean, you think about it. You have a week where Justin Henry Malloy gives you 1 hit the whole week, and yet you reached 10 runs a couple of times. You reached 8 runs. I mean, if I told you that before at any point this season, you'd be like, that's crazy, Matt. But no, it's happened. This lineup is much deeper right now, and it showcases itself, and it did each and every night.
Part of that depth you just alluded to, Leonard, got him from the Dodgers a week and a half ago. Not only can he run, he can hit the ball pretty hard as well.
Yeah, he can. We saw that with a couple of pretty good home runs. I like the one he hit to left off of the scoreboard that was estimated, I think, at 434. I mean, just a beast of a shot from him. That was gone right off the bat, and you knew it. He has that. I'm surprised that he had not gone up to AAA yet in the Dodgers organization, but then again, when you look at the Dodgers organization, probably was buried a little bit there. He comes over to Detroit, gets an opportunity right away in AAA. They saw something there that they want to see at the AAA level, and so far, I mean, he's hitting over 400. It's a small sample size, but he is doing really well. He's hitting the baseball with a lot of authority. He can steal some bags, and he plays very good defense. I think it's a good find for the Tigers, thinking of a cash deal.
Hens have won 9 of their last 12. The homestand continues this week with Omaha coming to town.
Yeah, and Omaha has really struggled in the second half. So hopefully the Mud Hens can keep their rise up and keep the Omaha Storm Chasers down a little bit. They've been the worst team in the IL West in the second half. No one's been worse than Charlotte in the second half in the entire IL. But for the IL West side of things, Omaha has been at the bottom. So we'll see if Toledo can take advantage of that, playing their best baseball in a long time.
Keep in mind, the weeknight games this week, those are going to be a 6:30 start pregame show at 6 o'clock right here on BCSN. Matt, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Mark.